to the Wafflecast. So today we're going to be talking about Standard. I know a lot of you probably don't like Standard or you used to play Standard and now it's completely fallen off for you. And Wizards has kind of done a little bit of band-aid work when it comes to Standard, but today I'm going to point out three things that I see wrong with what Wizards is doing and what the big contributing failures and or things that are causing Standard to fail. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Universes Beyond. I believe this is a big reason why Standard is failing because of all of these IP sets that are coming out. The Lord of the Rings wasn't too bad, but Fallout and Assassin's Creed and all these random non-magic related sets that, one, you can't play in Standard, and two, there's so many reprints and random cards thrown into these sets that if these newer players were to come in and look at these sets, it'd be like, what the hell is going on? So I have a big feeling and understanding with newer players when I sit down at pre-releases with people who have like never played the game, or it's like, oh, I've been playing for like 6 months, and I see them struggle with even just some of the cards that are in Standard. And you try to introduce them to a Universes Beyond because maybe they love Assassin's Creed or whatever, then they find out they can't even play that in Standard, which is supposed to be the most viable format. You're already going to lose people. So I think what Wizards really needs to do is slow down with the Universes Beyond. Like, they're going to come out with Marvel, they're going to come out with all this other stuff, and it's like, man, it's really killing the game in my opinion. And they need to stop with Universes Beyond and so many of them. I mean, if they come out with, I've said this with Master Sets even, if they come out with one every 2 years, it'd be great for the game. People would get the lore and the feel of an outside thing coming into Magic, but it doesn't flood it doesn't overwhelm it, and it wouldn't take away from the main thing of Magic. The second thing that I believe is taking away from Standard and really causing it to fail is Commander. I mean, look, we all love Commander. Commander is a fun format. I'm not trying to diss Commander, so don't get me twisted on that one. What I'm trying to say is, when you start to make, look at Modern Horizons 3, when you start to make a set that's supposed to be for Modern, and you throw Commander into it, why? It's the same with Standard. Every single Standard set that comes out, they throw a Commander deck with it. Now I get it. Some of these Commander decks are really good at getting newer players in because they're built for them and all this other stuff, but you don't need to bring it out every single set. We all know it's a money grab. We know that that's what Wizards is doing because they know Commander is such a popular format. They know people are going to buy it just to strip it of its staples so that they can throw them in their decks, and then the rest of the cards get thrown away. They don't even care. They know people are going to buy it. But it is killing Standard because you're bringing out collector boxes, you're bringing out the play boxes, you're bringing out Commander decks, and all these. Can we please just go back to simplicity? And that's what they did with the core sets, with Core Set or Magic 2019, 2020. Those were built for the newer players. If you go back and look at the way the set was made, it was very basic. I mean, yeah, they had some powerful cards in there, some powerful reprints here and there, but they were streamlined for the newer players. And it seems like they've completely gone away from that and just said, let's just throw everything into Commander and people will just play it. Well, Commander is not going to be it's not a viable format for the Pro Tour. Standard is. That's for another topic because I think the Pro Tour is dying, but that's my own personal opinion. The thing is if you want to get newer players in, bring back the simpler sets that they can learn to play the game, they can learn to enjoy how the mechanics work, and then build up from there. Everything Wizards does, they rush everything. Everything's rushed. They rush out sets, they rush out special sets, they rush out secret layers, they rush out everything because they just want money, money, money. It's infuriating because they're over here putting band-aids at, well, we'll just extend Standard to 3 years. That's not going to fix it. What's going to fix it is focusing on these three things that I'm bringing up. So stop with the Universes Beyond, Stop with commander decks every set. And the last thing that I see a lot of players get confused with, even older players, but the newer players especially, is with how many variants there are of a card. Some of these sets have 7 different copies of a card. You have your showcase, you have your borderless, you have your extended art, you have your fancy glitter anime. Like, why? Why do we have to have so many variants? I'll tell you why. Oh, let's make them all for commander players so they can choose the 7 different decks that they have. They can put all the different variants. No, stop. Like, move on from that. Stop making so many variants because the newer players are getting confused. I watched a guy at pre-release last time. He literally he only played 1 copy of the card, even though he had 3 copies of the card. He played 1 copy of it because it was the simple, baseline, just standard printing of the card. The other 2 were the showcase. He had a showcase version and a showcase foil, and he's like, I don't want to play these because I don't understand. And I was like, they're literally the same card. He goes, yeah, but I get confused when they're in my hand. So, anyways, I'm gonna get off my soapbox. But the point is, we need to really simplify these things if we want standard to succeed. The way things are going for standard is it's getting too complicated, too convoluted, and too messy for the newer players to try to get into it. My honorable mention that's ruining standard is Arena. And the reason being is because everyone can just go on, craft the cards, they don't have to spend real money for it. Yes, at the end of it, you don't get anything. You just have digital copies of the card. But I see a lot more people just like, I'll play on Arena because it's easier. That is definitely the honorable mention in this video of killing standard. But I think the first 3 are the real killers of standard. So that's what I got for you guys today. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Comment down below. I want to get into a discussion about this. How can we really revive standard? Because if we lose standard, Pioneer and Modern are not far behind. And the tournament scene will just disintegrate and fall apart. And then we're left with just kitchen tabletop Magic. And I know some of you wouldn't be mad at that, but I know there's a lot of you out there that really miss the old competitive Magic. You miss being able to go play standard at Friday F&Ms. I mean, it's just, let's try to get this back to the way it used to be, where things were good. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad, but they're getting worse. So that's what I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment down below. Love to hear what you guys' thoughts are. But as always, see you guys in the next episode, and stay surfy, guys.